Today, a soldier sees a snapshot of the terrain, a pilot an image of the airspace, the commander a view of the mission. But they're all part of a bigger picture. That's why Boeing is helping create a remarkable network to gather and analyze data from every source, then deliver the right information instantly. So the bigger picture is a safer world. Boeing, forever new frontiers.
You talk too much. I can't believe the things that you say.
Joe Biden, Lindsey Graham, Stephen Bryer,
Jimmy Carter,
Chuck Hagel, Joe Lieberman,
John Kerry, John Kyle, Dianne Feinstein,
Stephen Hadley,
Stephen Hadley,
Stephen Hadley, Tom Vilsack, Evan Bayh.
George, later this week, I will be forming an exploratory committee to take the next practical step. I'll make a final decision over the holidays with my family and have some final decision to announce early next year.
But that means you want to run and you want to win, doesn't it?
It means that, yes, but it also allows you to assess some of the practical things to determine whether that's a sensible course of action.
To combat huge political celebrities like John McCain, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton.
Being a celebrity and being well known is a big advantage, George. There's no question about that. But look, in the living rooms in Iowa and in the coffee shops of New Hampshire, these people take this very seriously. They get to know you personally. But most importantly, George, I have a deep appreciation for how broken this city is.
What do you say to them? How do you convince them that Tom Vilsack is a better candidate than Hillary Clinton?
Well, I don't compare myself to other folks. I just talk about what I bring to the table, and I think that's important. I'm a governor from a Midwestern state with a message that I think will resonate in all parts of the country. 140,000 troops in Iraq, 30,000 troops in Afghanistan. You have no national security experience. It's really not necessarily about where you've gone to school or who you've talked to or where you've traveled. It's really about how you form judgments and how you make informed judgments.
I called for that 2.5 years ago to add 100,000 forces. My friend John McCain and others who are calling for it now said I was being hysterical.
I don't think you compound the mistake by enlarging the mistake, which is precisely what I think Senator McCain is proposing.
My friend John McCain has frankly said a lot of surprising things lately, but perhaps the most significant of them is the call for more troops to solve the problem in Iraq. Look, everything that was in the Rumsfeld memo is a summary of things that I and others laid out 3 years ago.
And what Secretary Rumsfeld did, I think very helpfully, was put together a sort of laundry list of ideas that ought to be considered as part of that review.
That Secretary Rumsfeld was, in this memorandum, laying out an entire menu of things that might be considered. They are somewhat mutually exclusive.
The one thing I think this was Donald Rumsfeld trying to rewrite the history books about himself. Surely when he wrote that memo, he knew he was about to go.
The point to remember about the Baker-Hamilton report is it will be one input to the process the President is conducting.
The 9/11 Commission, like the Space Shuttle commissions, we're looking backwards. And this commission has been asked to come forward and really insert itself into a policy that the President has declared is working.
I reject any proposal coming out of the Congress, any commission, the Pentagon, or any other source that sets a deadline or a timeline.
Well, of course you have to have timelines. One of the principal failures we have had in Iraq is a result of not only not having enough troops.
I think withdrawal is a statement of weakness, and it will send to the Iranians the signal that we are negotiating out of fear.
Of course we have to withdraw at some point.
Okay.
I mean, the President has said that.
I'd let him know that we're going to begin the process now of bringing our presence in Iraq to a closure. And to show that I meant business, I'd bring out a smaller group of troops now.
And we should give them 4 to 6 months, and then we will begin a redeployment of American forces, give them that much time to solve the problem.
He doesn't listen, and that's just a fact. I don't think he listens to Republicans, and he doesn't listen to Democrats.
And I strongly recommend, as he finishes his own internal review in a week or 10 days, that he then come before the new Congress, and hopefully we'll forge a bipartisan, and underline bipartisan, consensus.
I think it's going to be weeks, not months.
Weeks, not months, right, when he will lay out to the American people where he intends to go from here.
Again,
now, the purpose behind the purpose, and we're getting close to the real purpose. The purpose behind the purpose behind the purpose, the purpose behind the purpose You see what I've done? I've showed you how to go back to that quote.
Right.
I use that word purpose to help me.
You talk too much. I can't believe the things that you say.
Imagination is the bridge to the future. Boeing, forever new frontiers.